So here we're going to have an exercise to determine what is a countable and a non-countable noun from the words listed over here. Now the first word is eggs. So you could have a dozen of eggs, you could have a half dozen of eggs. So that's 12 eggs in a dozen and 6 in a half a dozen. And you could individually count each one. That's why it makes it a countable noun. The next word we have is coffee. A lot of people drink coffee all over the world. And so if you have coffee with breakfast and you pour a cup, you can't count how many coffees are in there because it's a liquid. But you could say, I'll take a cup of coffee. But coffee itself is a liquid and you can't actually count it. Next we have potatoes. If you go to the store, you buy a bag of potatoes, you could count how many potatoes are in each bag. Or you could say, I'd like 2 potatoes with my dinner. Next we have cookies. And cookies are delicious, and you could count how many cookies are there. Next we have tea. Tea, like coffee, is another liquid, and you can have a cup of tea per se, but you can't count how many teas are in there. Next we have honey. Honey's like tea and coffee, in that honey itself you can't count honey, but it's kind of like a syrupy texture. And you can't actually count that, but you could buy a jar of honey for the store, let's say, with a certain amount of honey in it for weight. Next we have pancakes, a delicious breakfast. And you could say, I'll take a stack of pancakes and count 1, 2, 3, 4, how many pancakes there are. Next, juice, like coffee and tea, is another non-countable noun. Watermelon's a countable noun. You buy 3 watermelons from the store and take them to the park with you for lunch. Next we have apples. You could go to the store and buy 6 apples, let's say, so it's another countable noun. Next we have rice. You could pour rice for dinner, but it's something you can't really count. It would take forever, so it's a non-countable noun. You can't count it easily like apples, pancakes, cookies. Last we have salt. Just like rice, juice, tea, coffee, rice is another thing that you can't possibly count if you pour it out, so it's another non-countable noun.